Hello everyone, I'm Michael Cheek with MikesGuitarLessons.com. This is going to be the first video for Red by Taylor Swift. If you want to download the tabs or take a look at the tabs that I have for this song, I'm going to be reading off these tabs. It has the intro kind of tabbed out, and also just all the verses and chorus parts with the chords over them. You can click the links down below. I've got my website there, my lesson blog, and if you click on the lesson blog, just scroll down until you find this lessons, because I just keep putting more and more lessons on there. And that's it. I've got a Facebook and a Facebook group and a Twitter handle down there that you can click on. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. So being that this is the first lesson of the series here, we're going to take care of the chords first. Okay. Basically, throughout just about the entire song, you've got an F chord, an A minor 7, and a G chord. Okay. Now, what we're going to do here is at the beginning on the intro here, we're going to play kind of a small abbreviated version of the F chord. Okay, so let's start off with that one. Now you're going to put your first finger on the, and we're capoed in the first fret, don't let me forget to say that, capoed in the, not first fret, fourth fret, and you're going to put your, after your capo, you're going to put your first finger in the first fret of the B string, middle finger is going to go on the second fret of the G string, third finger is going to go on the third fret of the D string. Okay? Now, that's how you hold down the F there for the intro. Let's go ahead and switch to the A minor 7. Pick your third finger up and then move your middle finger up one string. So I've got my second finger on the second fret of the D string, and I've got my first finger on the first fret of the B string still. Okay, everything else is open. And then our G chord, okay? Now, there's a couple of different ways to do the G chord, but I'm just going to show you how I play it most of the time. Middle finger on the third fret of the thick E string, and this is the only one you have to have for the intro, and I'm going to show you the whole thing. Put your first finger on the second fret of the A string. Okay, so everything else is open until the skinny E string, where you're going to play third fret with your pinky. Okay? So that's your G chord. Now let's go ahead and get started. Hold down your F, and this is a finger-picking song for a lot of it. You know, this is actually played at the very beginning on banjo, but we can take care of it on guitar just fine. So hold down your F chord and play D string, and you're going to do that with your thumb, D string, G string, and then B string. Okay? One right after another. Thumb, first finger, second finger, just like that. D, G, B, and then hold it, and then switch to your A minor 7. And I want you to play the A string this time. That's the fifth from the bottom. First with your thumb, and then you're going to play open on the G string, and then first on the B string. Okay? So A string, G string, B string. Alright, now switch to your G chord. Again, for the intro, you really only need this note right here on the thick E string, but just to get used to it for the chorus and all the other parts, you're probably better off holding the whole chord down if you can. But you're going to play the thick E string here, then the B string, then the, I said B string, I meant G string, then the B string. Okay? E, G, B. That's your intro, that's it. So it goes like this. That's it. That's all the way through it. Alright, now she starts singing right there, and then the guitar comes in, again, or the banjo, whatever, but you're going to come in right after her first few lyrics, and the chord progression is actually going to be the same. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're still going to get to hold down this F chord, then it's going to be the A minor 7, then it's going to be the G. Okay? However, when we do the G during all the rest of the song, the G is going to come around 2 times in a row. So you're going to play F, A minor 7, G, and then G again. Now let me show you what to play during these parts. Instead of just strumming it, what you can do, if you want to just kind of go along and go, 7, G, and G again. You can do that, okay? That'll be fine. It'll work for the song if you can't do the finger picking, or just use a pick for it. But let's go ahead and learn the actual picking part so you can impress your friends, okay? So we're going to start off with that F. Hold the F chord down, and you're going to grab with your thumb the D string. I'm just looking off my tabs again. And then your first two fingers are going to be on the G string, first finger, and B string, second finger, okay? So you've got those three strings. You're going to go D string, G string, B string, and you pause for a second, so. Okay? Then you're going to go back to G string, B string, and then B string again. I've seen a couple of tutorials on here saying that you're going to go back to the G string, and you're not actually going to do that. You're going to hit the B string 2 times in a row to make it sound just like the song, okay? So it's going to be just like that. Okay, so one more time. D, G, B, and after you pause, G, B, B. Alright, now you're going to switch to your A minor 7, and the picking pattern is going to be similar. However, you're moving your bass note, your thumb, to the A string. And once you have your fingers on the A string, the G, and the B, you pretty much do the same pattern again. So it's A string, G string, B string, pause, G string, B string, B string. Okay, now you're going to switch to the G chord. Okay? Now this time you still only, actually, as long as you're not strumming all the way through the chord, all you need is that one thick E string 3rd fret note. However, if you can, again, hold the whole thing down. It's going to be, now bass note's going to be on the thick E string, okay? But your first two fingers are still on the G and the B string, okay? So now follow that same picking pattern. Thumb, which is the E string, G, B, pause, and then G, B, B, okay? And then you're going to do the whole G chord again, because remember it comes 2 times in a row from now on. And that's like 90% of the song right there, okay? So let's put it all together. Start with the F, then A minor 7, then G 2 times. And then just keep repeating. Okay? That's most of the song. However, when the chorus comes, it actually does stay on the same chord progression, although you can switch an A minor in for that A minor 7. But it is probably best to go ahead and strum, okay? Strumming that and strumming maybe the 2nd or maybe the 3rd verse as they come in will be a good change of pace for the song, because everything's starting to build and you don't want to always be picking. You want to kind of change things up a little bit, add some dimension to it. So there's a good strumming pattern. And it's all downstrokes with a few accented strums that'll sound really good with the actual song when you're playing. And basically, this will work for the chorus and it'll work for the verse, but it's going to sound like this. Still, now I'm going to hold down a whole F right here. You can copy my hand. It's bar chord, bar across the 1st fret, and then kind of do that E formation with your other 3 fingers. Okay, but you can still hold down just that F if you want to, and just concentrate on those 3 notes, okay? I'm going to hold down the whole F. Check out my channel, Mike's Guitar Lessons 2, if you want to see how to play an F. I've got a chord library on there, so I don't have to spend the time doing it here. Here's your strumming pattern. It's going to be F, A minor. I'm just going to go A minor instead of A minor 7. You put your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the G string to do that, and then G chord twice with this strumming pattern. Basically over and over again. Okay, now let me teach you how to do that strumming pattern. hold down your F, this one or the smaller one. And what I'm doing is, oh, and I just realized I don't have a pick in my hand. Let me grab one. You might be thinking you're supposed to play this with the finger picking and strumming without a pick. You can do either one. You can use a pick for the first part and then continue with it when you're strumming. You don't have to use a pick, but I'm going to grab one here real quick just so I can be a little louder. Okay? What you're going to do, start on that F, and you're going to play kind of either quieter or actually palm muted. See where my hand's touching my guitar strings here, so I get that muted sound. You're going to do that twice. Then you're going to let off that palm mute and strum all the way through. Okay? 1 and 2. Alright? So you can see how I went palm muted twice, normal, palm muted twice, normal. Okay? And then it's palm mute one more time and strum all the way through one time. Those times that you're not actually palm muting accents that chord. Okay, so now sometimes I do that last couple of strums that way, and sometimes I just keep palm muting. Sometimes I'll go, or sorry, or, and then go to my next chord, and then a G chord. That's the idea. You can kind of mix it up just a little bit, and everything's going to sound great with the song because it follows perfectly with the rhythm that lasts the whole song. Okay, so playing through that, putting that rhythm on all the chords slowly sounds like this. Practice, play along with me if you can. Here we go. Ready? Go. Faster. Okay, so that's probably good for that first lesson. Again, you can check out my website, www.mikesguitarlessons.com. I've got a link to my lesson blog below here for a look at the tabs and some of the other lessons that I've done. And also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps me out a lot, and I appreciate it. So, if you've got any questions, you can always email me directly at feedback@mikesguitarlessons.com. And good luck.